Here we go.
Yeah.
Wait.
What
happened?
Nothing important.
Panicked, and I panicked, and then I pressed the button.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're on.
That's what happens when you go live.
We are live.
You know,
okay.
Button is hot.
Like, oh, let me hit the button.
We're gonna come right back to that. We're gonna come back to that.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. I'm going to do the intro real quick, get everybody. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Anything Can Happen with Kenya Asa, Quezzy Dreams, and your man, Cat Fitness. Today is a very special episode. I don't know how I can describe this episode. It's not like any other episode we've had, right?
At all.
No. It's an episode within an episode to tell you about the next episode, but it's a lot of amazing things coming up. So
absolutely.
Be tuned in, and as you're hopping on, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, because after what we tell you today, it's all because of the community. We're able to make these strides. And we want to thank each and every one of you that tune in every single week, Tuesdays at 5 p.m., right? So with no further ado, I'm kind of surprised. I'm waiting for the next thing to happen, Brother Quezzy. What do we got going on today?
Anything can happen. So first and foremost, this is the official season 1 finale. The official season 1 finale, because in case you haven't heard, as of next week's episode, we will be in the radio station.
We got to say that one more time for our viewers so they can hear you.
As of next week, May 19th, we will officially be in the radio station. Anything can happen. It's going, I want to say national. maybe
round of applause.
We just starting out local. You know, we're just expanding our reach a little bit, but we're super excited. And we want to honor everybody who's been here with us from the beginning and those that we picked up along the way. We really appreciate those of y'all who have tapped in since the very first episode. And what we're going to do, just so everybody's on the same page going into season 2, we're going to give you a recap of your favorite guests in our most viewed episodes today. And it's going to be freaking amazing. So I'm excited. Are y'all excited?
I'm super excited.
I am so excited.
Some of these people I never got to meet. So
oh my goodness.
Excited.
That's what I like to hear. So we got something special for y'all who are watching this live, for y'all who are watching this in the rebroadcast, and even some of the co-hosts that are here right now. So I'm fired up about that. But let's do this. So our very first guest is actually going to be interviewed by Kenya, right? And some of y'all have been here with us since the very beginning. As a matter of fact, I want to say this was our second episode ever, either our second or our third episode ever, before it was anything to happen. This is like the very beginning when it was just the Cat and Quezzy show. There was no Kenya. Kenya was still a guest at this time, one of our most highly requested guests, but a guest nonetheless. And it was just me and Cat holding it down, trying to figure this thing out. And actually at this time, Cat wasn't able to make it to this particular episode. So I had to hold it down solo dolo. And this is so exclusive that you can't even find it on YouTube. You have to go to my personal Facebook page because that's how early in the show that this was. But even still, this is one of our most watched, most viewed, most commented on episodes. And we're going to show you just a little clip from it. For those of y'all that have seen it before, you'll be like, oh, yes, I love that one. For those of y'all just seeing this and hearing this for the first time, you're going to love it too. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. Any questions before we hop into this? Any questions?
No, hop into it. We're ready. Ready.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready too. So I love when technology works. If you're listening to this, then listen close. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Ta-da. Everybody can see my screen. And I'm going to let it rip.
Talk about these things. You want to discuss these things. And like, look at that. This gentleman who I barely know is able to like actually feel comfortable enough thinking this to talk to me about this and show us how bothered he was about feeling like he was inadequate if he's not man enough, or he's just like not sucking in his tears or like holding back his tears when something bad happens. So that's my take on that.
Wow. Well, first and foremost. Okay. So
I like
that
that
was
sound
a
bite.
shorter clip. But can everybody hear that? Yes?
I could.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So as you saw, that was Mrs. Truth De Leon. And to my understanding, Truth is actually backstage waiting to come up and give
She
us
is
a little
backstage.
feedback.
She's in the
And,
green room. She's in the green
She's in
room.
the green room. She's going to give us a little update. And Kenya has a few questions for our wonderful guest, Miss Truth De Leon. So we're going to give her a little drum roll as she comes. We're going to give her a little drum roll. And I don't see her yet. Truth, are you hiding there?
Hey! What's up, fam? How's it going?
What's going on, Truth?
Lovely to see you all.
Yeah, this is exciting. We finally get to meet in person.
I know.
Finally. Almost in person, yes. Kenya, what's up, beautiful?
How you doing? Oh my God,
such a great addition to this, representing all the women out there.
Oh my God, thank you so.
I love your vibe.
Thanks, girl. It is an honor. Let me tell you, it is an honor. It is an honor to be with these two dudes. And it is an honor to finally meet you. I just love you. I'm like a fan behind the scenes. So I am so happy that you are here. And I'm so happy I get to talk to you today.
Thank you for bringing me back, you guys. Such a pleasure. Kwesi, it's always a delight to, just be in your presence. Oh my goodness, you're like one of the smartest people I know. And Kat, I have yet to get to know you.
Did we get some frozen? Are we frozen?
We might be frozen. Hold on, let's all freeze. Let's all freeze.
It's okay. She froze.
Yeah, no, it's good.
We're gonna keep going. This is Zoom already, right?
That's all right. We froze for a second. We're good.
Welcome back.
What's up? So thank you so much for having me back again. And that definitely was a hot topic, like gender roles, right? Especially in 2021, where we're all like kind of trying to figure out what our, I guess, family dynamics are now and what women should be doing, what society says we should be still doing versus like what man should also be doing and what society feels like we should still be doing. But lots of changes has happened. And I actually told everybody, my son is gay. How am I going to go and tell him he can't be a dancer in heels? You know what I mean? Besides, he does it so much better than I do. Like, he's such a great dancer. Right. And my little girl who's on her way to UC Berkeley, by the way, I mean, I can't tell her not to be the president of the United States if she don't want to be like the president, like a first woman president, right? So I'm excited to follow up on that discussion. Do you guys have any questions?
Well,
do you guys have any?
I do, of course. So I was excited to be able to talk to you about this because this is a huge topic for me, just because the idea of gender and gender, sexual orientation, all of that has not necessarily expanded over the past several years, but has appeared to expand. Do you know what I mean? So different types of people have been out there for a really long time. Transgender people, cisgender people, gay people, lesbian people, bisexual, pansexual, all of these things have existed for such a long time. And in other countries in particular, if you're talking about, say, transgender individuals being a lot more out and open in certain countries. That's just an example. But the whole concept of gender and gender roles has been flipped, on its head, because we have had this traditional idea of what that is. Right, or what that looks like. And so in this country, of course, the traditional idea has been what we consider, people who identify as men and people who identify as women, or people who were assigned male at birth, or people who were assigned female at birth. So it has all changed so much. And so my question for you is, following this pandemic and all of the trauma that it's put us through, and how some people lost their jobs, men lost their jobs, men who were supporting their families lost their jobs, and stuff like that. What do you think that this past year or over a year has taught us about gender roles and the validity of gender roles and the importance of gender roles in relationships. Do you think that there's been a switch there?
Wow, that's an amazing question.
I definitely think so. You know, what makes my heart like really melt is to watch fathers like go to the playground finally, like just hanging out with their kids nowadays. You don't really see a lot of that, right? I've seen so many of that recently, and they're like pushing their strollers, or instead of the wifey like wearing her like cute little, you know, outfit to go work out, now you see all these like dads with one kid on one hand and then another one in a stroller, and that just makes my heart just melt. And I think in the past, you know, a couple of months through this pandemic, women have definitely played a bigger role of supporting a whole family, and I'm so not against that. I think I'm all for 50-50, whatever. I love seeing men cook. That just, I think it's hot. I think it's really hot.
We gotta cook more.
Can I say that?
It's hot.
It's definitely hot. If they're able to do what we can do and we're able to do what they can do, I think that in itself is equality. You know, it brings about a whole new generation of open-minded individuals that can really like just bring us about to a more accepting community, you know? And so that's where we're working towards, right?
It's necessity sometimes.
Exactly.
So what are you going to do? I mean, it's just not the same as we have to live in a place of reality these days, you know, and even, you know, when I had my child, me and my husband both worked, but I made more money and had the health insurance, all the benefits came from my job. So when my 6 months of maternity leave was over, because I was very lucky, it's not everybody has 6 months. We could go to 7 months at my job, right? And it was full. It was a good paycheck. I wasn't missing anything, right? And then when that 6 or 7 months was over, I did not want to put my child in daycare, and so I asked my husband if he would quit his job. And he was like, sure. And he became the daycare. Absolutely. He was the stay-at-home dad. He already did a lot of cooking, a lot of the laundry. I mean, you know, he's been like that ever since we met. And so, and he's a great cook. So it wasn't a weird shift for us, because I wasn't trying to like lose benefits and stuff like that just so I could, you know, and I didn't want to put my child in daycare. Daycare is great. I don't have anything against it. I just did not want to do it. And I was lucky enough to not have to do it. Right. And so I think that it's we have to live in a space of reality. We live in an expensive area. We live in the Bay Area. And so you can't just be like, well, I'm not going to do that because, you know, if that's my wife's job. No, you know, we have to be real. It's
all our jobs. And here's another thing too. Yeah. Like, right. Thank you. And a lot of men like get a lot more credit than women staying at home. Sometimes I feel there's like favoritism there because it's something new. Yes. And I'm like, dude, this is just something we have to do. You know what I mean? Like men can stay at home. Women can make more money than their men. And we have to normalize that, you know? And so it's not an extra special, like, right, award that you get. No, the award is when you get like healthy kids, you know, a beautiful upbringing, and your kids are just also just aware that mom and dad are there for them regardless, and there is no role, you know, there's just care, there's just support, there's just love. Right.
I love what you said about the whole award thing, because you see some people out there, I'm doing a great job. I babysit my kid. Fool, you ain't babysitting. That is your kid.
That's part of your job.
Babysitting. You know, it's like, wait just a minute.
And they become like this chick magnet. And I'm like, dude.
Right. Oh, let me tell you, if you have a guy and taking care of that baby, my husband would be like, he'd be like, I was at the park today. Like, the ladies all over.
All over. You better not
like,
leave
wait a minute. That doesn't happen to me. Right. That doesn't happen to me when I go to the park. You know, I have a biracial child. I have people being like, are you the nanny? No.
Oh, wow.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
Welcome
not
to
the nanny.
America.
Okay. Sorry, Kenya.
Yes.
Right? The mama. I'm the
Yeah.
mama.
Yeah.
That's
Wow, wow,
great.
wow.
But yes, like us normalizing these like different styles of like care in our family, you know, contributing to it as much as we can, 50-50 is so important. Like, and
Right.
on top of that, if we're also the ones who are also bringing in the stress from the job, and then they've been caring for our kids like all day long, we also have to make sure that we, like, you know how like we'd want to go and get our pedicures done and stuff like that. Treat the man. You know, if he's at home taking care of the kids, make sure you take him out for a date. Make sure you go and like pamper him too. Get him a massage. If it's gonna be
Interesting.
the opposite roles, make sure you pamper him too. So I
And
just thought I'd
but
mention that.
being that, let me
as well.
say this.
Keep on
being
going.
that
Keep telling the ladies all that.
Yeah, yeah, I like
I'm
this
loving
part.
that truth.
So,
This
but I do
is the
want to say
truth.
this.
This is
I
the
do
truth
wanna-
episode.
This is the truth. This is true. What I do
Follow
want
the
to say
truth.
is this: we are not just talking about. I have to spit out that we're not just talking about male-female relationships. We have to talk about that
Yes.
there are lots of women married to each other, women partners, male partners. Your son, like I said, saw in your video, and you said today your son is gay.
Right.
Maybe one day he will be married and have kids, or who knows what's going to happen there. I don't know if I don't know your son, so I don't know if he wants kids or not. But you can have all kinds of different roles, even no matter what your relationship is. If you're same gendered married, whatever that is, everybody has to pull their weight, and there shouldn't be any shame in one person doing a little bit more or one person doing a little bit less, or switching off so that everybody can have their moment of relaxation, because it's very stressful. You know, it's very stressful. And so the weight has to be shared.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you have balance within the relationship in all aspects.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, I love to talk
And
about balance.
I'd love to have the guys like also like say a little something also. What do you guys think since COVID-19? What has changed in the shift?
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that one actually. You know, just in the interest of time. So we were only able to allot one person to speak.
Having so much fun.
To each guest.
I know, me too. But you'll be back. You will be back. We will have you back.
Absolutely.
So we'll just save it.
We just want to give a little sample for season 2. We want to give the people a little sample. But
congratulations, you guys! You're gonna be on the radio.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. We're super excited. But I do want to ask you this. You know, you gave us some great value in that episode. You told us a little bit about where you are now and what's happened since then. But where do you see yourself going from here? What's next for Truth Daily On?
Wow, what's next for me? True Legacy Agency. That's the company I'm currently building through my financial firm. And I am now state licensed in 5 different states, Hawaii, California, Arizona, Oregon, Texas, and I'm hoping to get licensed in 20 other states, helping people with their legacy plans. So that's what I love to do. I love educating families about wealth, right? I love exploring different pathways of diversifying people's portfolios. That's what I do also. And there's Social Security and Medicare is on our way. I'm in my 40s. I'm happy to say I'm in my 40s, but I also need to think about retirement. So do a lot of people. They're not aware of how much they have to save up for their retirement. And that's what I do. And also help protect families, like how I'm protecting mine through life insurance and a whole bunch of other portfolios that I help families with. And so I'm hoping that, again, I'll have several franchises open in all over the United States, including Canada, maybe even the Philippines. That's definitely in my peripheral, and also Africa. So looking forward to that.
Okay. Congrats. Diversity in and outside the wallet. That's incredible. That's incredible. So thank you so much, Truth. We really appreciate you. And tap into that episode. It's actually on my Facebook page, but we'll get that uploaded to YouTube. And where can the people find you?
Well, they can find me on several different platforms. I'm in LinkedIn under Truth de Leon. You can see my name right there on the bottom. Okay, I'm pointing the wrong way, right there.
Come on,
And then also on Instagram, and I'm at TrueGem, TRUGEM _Bass You'll find a lot of like dance videos there because I used to be a dancer as well, a choreographer. And there's a lot of things that I love to share with my audience, but mostly I love sharing like people like you guys on my feed and my stories as well. So
Wow.
Thank
follow
you for
them, you
showing so much
guys.
love.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. So at ach.show, that's at ach.show on Instagram. That's Heal the Hood on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And that's that on that. So thank you so much, Truth. And we look forward to seeing you in season 2 and beyond. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks,
True.
Kenya. Bye, guys.
Before you go, we're going to take a quick picture. We're going
to take a picture with every guest.
We're going to take a picture with every guest. All right.
Yes.
Look alive, y'all. Look beautiful. Look classic. 3, 2, 1. There it is. That's our
for season 2.
Thank you so much, Truth.
Yes.
That's for season 2. Put it in the scrapbook. All right. See you later, Truth.
Bye, True.
Boom.
Boom. One and done.
Oh,
One
man,
and
she's
done.
so great.
Yeah, that was incredible.
I love
And
all
I
that
didn't
energy.
tell y'all, but her video, so across all the platforms we post on, it has over 500 views. And right now it has about 70 comments on Facebook alone. Right, about 70
Wow.
comments.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely
It
a
was
hot
good.
topic. Yeah. But as you all know, this is the Anything Can Happen show. So we don't just talk about gender roles or relationships or sex and dating or even finance. We also talk about physical health and well-being. So our next guest, Kat, would you like to give us some words, brother?
Yeah, man. We had Brother Spin on this particular episode, and I forgot where you were at. That was it before?
Probably on a business trip.
Yeah, you were out of town somewhere
I
doing
don't remember.
something. You weren't able to hop on the show, but Spin was able to drop so many nuggets. He's actually been one of our speakers at the Heal the Hood events that we've been doing across the Bay Area. He spoke at the Richmond event. Was able to drop so much knowledge there. So I had to bring him on the podcast, and where he continued to give so much great information. And I think we have a clip, don't we, of
absolutely.
our interview?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's share that before we bring him on.
We're going to give this to the people. This is also one of our most popular episodes, even though this is before Kenya's time and I wasn't even able to make it that day. But let me go ahead and play this for the people.
We're going to get this one going.
They might use it, but what about for your human self? How many calories per day do you need to live on? What is your BMR? You know, what is your blood type? What is your ancestral wisdom in DNA? What is your urine say about you? What does your stool say about you? What does your saliva say about you? What does your lips, eyes say about you? We know so many things without. We know how much points a basketball player put up last night. We don't know in what stage of cirrhosis our liver is in. You know what I mean? We know all these things without. We know so much about everything else in the world, but what do we know about within? Do we know how many hours of sleep we had last night? Do we know how much water did we get all
Sleep
day?
doesn't necessarily mean closing your eyes, neither. Because just because you close your eyes doesn't mean you're sleeping.
They might use it, but what about for your human self?
Okay.
Oh.
So
telling the truth.
That was a clip.
With no further ado, we're gonna bring Brother Spin in the bit. Oh, come on!
With the crowd.
Let's go.
Blessings.
What's up, King?
It's always about your human self. What's going on with y'all?
Come on.
Hey man, peace, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. In case you don't know, Spin has one of the most active social media pages I've ever seen, and I know he'll definitely tell you more about it. But Kat, let's talk to the brother.
Yeah,
come on,
Spin. So we had a wonderful conversation that particular day. Has anything changed on those things that you were discussing with us? on human optimization? You know, have you come across any new information that you want to share with the viewers, or any different outlooks that you might have?
All right, so you know, y'all, human optimization is really never going to change, because it's always going to be about your human manual. Because we can talk about the mechanical vehicle and the human vehicle. Okay, the mechanical vehicle, when you buy it, it comes with a manual and a dashboard. You know for a fact everything that's going on. You know what size the nuts and bolts is for the wheels, what kind of oil it takes, what kind of water it needs. Where's the human manual and dashboard? We have to take our time and love on ourselves enough to create that for ourselves. So, you know, just real quick, create my human manual come with tracking my sleep, like we just said, Whoop strap. It come with tracking my stool. It come with tracking my urine, seeing how dry my lips are, what my saliva is telling me. So human optimization is being able to read what's going on with your human self and have the information to say, okay, I need to play it this way. If I ever, you know, I go enjoy some meals with the family or something, and I get some messed up gut reaction, I'm gonna say, man, damn, I should have never had the lobster tails with the whatever, you know what I mean? And that'll prompt me to go on a 3-day fast, some water fast, juice fast, start to filter, you know what I mean? Start to detoxify, boosting all phases of daily detoxification, boosting the liver, boosting the spleen, kidneys, everything that's gonna get rid of bacteria, viruses, toxins out of my body. I just want to boost that. We tend to see so much in the nutrition world of everybody want to sell a detox. You know what I mean? Hey, anybody sell what you got to sell and get by how you got to get by, as long as you're helping people perform in lifestyle. This stuff is about lifestyle performance. Not everybody want to be a bodybuilder. Not everybody want to be ripped up like me and Kat. You feel me? On my hey, might not want to be ripped up.
Everybody don't want the guns out.
You know what I mean? Definitely be ripped up. You know what I'm saying? Be the best teacher, be the best doctor, be the best driver, be the best speaker, be the best teacher. And
quick question, Spin, I want to throw out at you.
Man, my man's just hot.
Yeah. So for those people, it's like I'm feeling what Spin is telling me. Where are some of these places that we can start at? Like, where do you have any recommendations? Like, if I want to go, you know, learn about what's in my stool and my gut health, where I can go, you know, get those numbers from?
You can definitely go see a primary care physician. You know what I mean? But a lot of, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, it's tough with a primary care physician because a customer loss is you feel me? So without going too deep into that, you can simply use places like Biome, B-I-O-M-E, Biome. And they check the stool out there, give you a full report on what it's looking like, man. Tell you what genes are being expressed. So when we're looking at stool, is because what comes out of a human tells a lot about what's happening inside and what it absorbed and what it didn't. So now when stool is floating in your toilet, here go an easy one, tangible today. You drop some stool, you drop a good old number 2. If it's floating, signs of undigested fat. Oil slicks in the toilet, signs of undigested fat in the system. We know our brain needs 20% of overall calorie consumption, and a lot of it comes from fat. So we dropping that stool right there. There go the belly-brain connection, might be messed up. You know what I mean? So there go that. Checking our stool, of course, urine. You don't want no dark urine. You don't want your urine looking like beer. You want it, you want to get a little bit of yellow. So that's a little bit of that toxicity coming out your body to, almost clear. So you're just passing through, that water. So we think about food allergy tests, because we want to look for food allergy tests because we might be suffering from micro allergies and micro inflammation within the body. We thinking that, I'm always sick and my immune systems, remember, it's always 2 immune systems, the innate and the adaptive. We don't get too far into that, but knowing our immune systems handle chronic stress within the body. It's a straight response. It's a little army inside your body ready to live. You know what I mean? So dealing with micro allergies and micro inflammation can have your immune system on far too often. You'll lose to most sicknesses when bacteria and invaders come your way. We think about glucose and ketone testing. You can get that at stores. You know what I mean? Definitely DNA with Ancestry.com, 23andme.com, but it's just what you want to do with it. So Once y'all do compile this information, you can come see me and we can break down everything that's gonna work for you and build your nutrition plan built for you, and it's gonna make yourself, you know what I mean, whatever you want to be. Plenty more tests, but those are just a few. Just kind of kick you off.
Yeah, okay.
Look at your DNA.
Let's create this human manual.
Oh, and a food allergy test. A food allergy test, because if I'm gonna build out your human manual with you, I need to know everything that you are for sure, you know, have a allergy to, because I don't want to put onions. You know what I mean? If somebody gave me a nutrition plan for onions just because it was good for my lifestyle, you kill me because you didn't know that I had that food allergy. You know what I mean? So back to that food allergy test. And there's a couple more.
So
wow.
So for people that are interested in creating the manual, right? Where can they find you on social media? What kind of programs are you offering right now? Can you give us some information?
Yes, that's the drill, for real. It's always gonna be Spin City Performance on, you know what I mean, across all platforms. On Instagram, it's gonna be Spin City _performance _ make it look like it's moving. You know what I mean? And then you click the link in my bio, spincityperformance.com. 5 Better Be course. A better belly get you a better brain get you a better body get you a better business get you a better bank. 5 Human optimization, total, you know what I mean, lifestyle performance. It's all you, you know what I mean? So you can join the course where I take you through how to make yourself, you know what I mean, my whole, also MIGA is, you know, make yourself gods again, you know what I mean? So and gods is always, you know, greatness or glory on display, you know what I mean? You gotta take it too far and get to, you know what I mean? I don't want to sometimes I pressure people with my sayings, but definitely all that, making yourself, taking self-made and self-help. We heard a lot on our whole life about self-help book. I need the latest self-help book. I'm coming out with MIGA, Make Yourself Gods Again, the self-help book, and you'll know everything about yourself.
Wow. So Spin, where let me ask you something. Where is the energy from? How do I get the energy that you got
good
right
life.
now?
Living a good life, because life is what you make it. It's about making yourself. You know what I mean? If I come off, you know what I mean, with no energy, y'all gonna be like, oh man, Cat man, why you call this thing? Talk about nothing. It's about human optimization, bro. It's about cyclic fasting to conserve energy. It's about having greens. It's about water consumption. It's about magnesium, potassium. It's about optimizing my human vehicle, bro. It's about optimizing my human vehicle so that the energy can keep on going. When I check my sleep and I realize that I wake up about 50%, you know what I mean? Because it's gonna read my heart rate variability. We won't get too far into that, but it's gonna read my parasympathetic, sympathetic nervous system. See where I'm at on that spectrum. My respiratory rate when I'm asleep. So I know a lot about myself when I wake up. And I set habits, you know what I mean? Hit myself with the cold water. Woo! A lot of breath work, you know what I mean? A lot of exercise.
That's right. That's right.
That's fantastic.
Man, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go do a workout. I don't know about everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Like and hey, let me ask you this, Spin. So speaking to I don't know if everybody knows that you got the crown on right now. We'll have some people listening to the rebroadcast on Spotify, but for the people who are watching this live, right? Like what does that crown mean? Can you break it down for us?
Oh yeah, this comes from the boy 19 Keys. He a heavy thought leader out of Oakland, California. We definitely got to get tapped in with him as well. So it's 19 Keys is my boy. We've been, you know, being tapped in on and off for like the last 4 years. You know what I mean? He is of Muslim descent and upbringing. So the crown represents thought leadership, me using my mind, my energy, my speech, and my wisdom to help everybody out there that's hearing my voice, everybody within my voice, everybody that can see me. This is me, you know what I mean? This is my own crown. This is me being the king of my space. You know what I mean? Not no other space. I want to just tell you about human health. I'm going to tell you about, you know, cognition and mental health, about strength, condition, and the things that I know. You know what I mean? It's being a thought leader. You know what I mean? Putting out thoughts into the world to make you think again and again and again until you make yourself something different. So shout out to 19 Keys and the Crowns Movement.
Jesus.
Nice.
Jesus.
You got anything, Miss Kenya?
I do. So, Spin, what is on your wrist? Can you talk to us about that?
What you want, the whoop strap?
Yeah. What does it track for you?
Strictly sleep. Strictly sleep. If I was on the right phone, I'll be able to take y'all through my, I'll be able to take you through what's going on. So when I wake up, it's gonna tell me how I slept, how many hours I spent in REM sleep, deep sleep, distraction, respiratory rate, body temperature, average heart rate. And that reading is gonna give me my heart rate and my heart rate variability in the morning. So with heart rate variability, y'all, is how many beats. Just because it's 60 beats in a minute doesn't mean it's going to be on tempo. If it's beat on tempo, the closer that it is on tempo, the worse you're doing. The more that it goes beat 1 2 beat 1 beat 1 2 3 beat, the more that it's variable, you're doing better with your parasympathetic state of mind. You're more calm. You're not full of cortisol. Your serotonin is, right where it should be. Without being able to see that, those are just the messages that I get back from myself when I look at what's going on my whoop strap. And it's also going to track strain during the day, not just strain. Oh yeah, I'm just in there getting ripped up. Daily stressors, sitting in traffic, too much heat, somebody yelling at me, and I get stressed. It's reading heart rate and a lot of it has to do with vagal tone, which works with the vagus nerve, the longest nerve in the body, connecting the gut microbiota to the brain. That's where most of our messages bounce back and forth, and why people say the gut could be the first brain, if not the second. I do think it's the first, and that's why I say better belly before I say better brain, because when you feed yourself, sometimes you can't even get yourself out of a habit loop mentally because you want too much sugar and carbs that got you locked up. You know what I mean? Anything can be going on. Your posture can be messed up, and you'll have, your vagus nerve is not, we electric beings. It's not firing off no neurons to get to my brain. I can't even really think. I can't even get my words across. You feel me? So that's all, I read my nervous system a lot. We all want to look at the nervous system so we know that we're not full of cortisol, like I'm saying, the stress hormone, and like adrenaline. We don't want to be high adrenaline all the time. We don't want to be fight or flight all the time. We want to be rest and digest.
Goodness gracious. Okay, Spin. Cool. We definitely got to bring you back in season 2.
Because I can talk about gut health. I can talk about gut health all day, and so we definitely have to bring you back because that's one of my big obsessions. Is gut health.
Yeah, thanks on that. Yeah, that's what made me. You know what I mean? With a short backstory, I'm an ex-homeless kid, malnourished, asthma, diabetes. You know what I mean? I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 1.5 because my guardian used to smoke right next to me, this close. You feel me? So without, give me some sympathy on my past, look what I made out of that child. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? When it comes to gut health and mental health, I could have been in that life. I'm homeless. Help me, hand out, palm out. No, man, I got straight to it. I got straight to the wisdom. I got straight F's in school. I bounced out of school. And I just started to self-educate, man, and pull my own mind, bro, and just grow everything about me. That whole 5 better be, hey, come on, man. You know what I mean? It's my life. It's what I built up to here. That's what's all up in the book. It's how you take a piece of trash and make it into diamonds, to make it into gold and make it worth something. I could have been worthless. I could have been worthless to my family. I could have been worthless to my sons. Never in my life, man. I love myself far too much. It's all about self-love, man, because if you don't love yourself, you won't do nothing with yourself. You won't take nothing. Oh, they talking about a human man, and I got to track my sleep. I'm just saying, if you care about yourself to make changes, if you got to make changes, because I don't bully everybody. I wouldn't just come up and bully Cat and say, hey, Cat, man, you got to rule. I see he doing his thing. He got his energy, man. He's living a good life. So I won't bully him. Maybe I'll bring something in. But when I get students that spin, man, like my stomach, man, I'm all messed up, and in my back, and I'm like, okay, we gotta get to it then. That means we gotta get to it. That means it ain't no plan, ain't no games. You're saying, look at your sleep, look at your stool, look at your urine. What's your breath rate? You know what I'm saying? Are you using your nose to breathe or your mouth? The mouth is for eating, the nose is for breathing. Let's get that right. You know what I mean? Number 1 book, Patrick McCown, Oxygen Advantage. Teach you how to breathe. You learn how to breathe, you learn how to do everything else. Because breath is life. We can go weeks without food, right? Yeah. On my YouTube, I did fast February. So it's every bit of information. Spin City Performance YouTube, every bit of information for 23 straight days, all about fasting for women, fasting for men, fasting for teens, autophagy, apoptosis, blah, blah, blah. That's what's on there.
Okay.
So,
Go
all that
check it out.
Okay.
Let's go.
Season
I'm
one.
fired up. I'm about to hit some push-ups.
Season
y'all.
one. We bringing the flavor. We bringing the flavor. But Spin, thank you so much. Hey, one more time, where can the people find you?
Yeah, Spin City _ performance on the Instagram, Spin City Performance on Facebook, Spin City Performance on YouTube, so you can get your Fast February. And I have the healthiest talk ever placed up there with tangible moves that you can use today to optimize your human vehicle.
Boom.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
That's how we ended season one,
That's
y'all.
how you
Come
mark
on.
it. That's how
Staying
you mark it.
fired
And
up,
follow
yeah.
us at ach.show on Instagram, at Heal the Hood on YouTube, as well as Facebook. Spin, you know we're going to tap in with you, but before you go, we're going to get this quick picture. We're going to get this quick picture, all right? So look alive, look royal, look legendary. We're going to get this in 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's another one. That's
All
another
right,
one.
come on. We appreciate
All
you,
right,
Spin.
we
Come
done.
on, King.
Hey,
Come on,
we
King.
appreciate you, Spin.
Keep
doing
on
that
raising
work,
up the
brother.
community.
For sure.
All right. Boom. Come
All right.
on.
Jeez Louise.
That's number
That
2,
was some
y'all.
heat.
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Let's
Hey,
go.
but I'm sure the
We
people
fired
see.
up out here today.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of our most watched episodes, one of our most commented and talked about episodes, and I'm sure y'all can see why. That was like a 5-minute clip, a little 5-minute segment of what he brought to us in season 1, and we
Yeah.
know it's coming back even harder in season 2. So
Yes.
that being said, we got one
Yeah.
more guest, y'all.
One more?
We got one more guest.
We have somebody backstage ready to
We
come
got
out.
one more guest. And before we bring this guest up, right, this is actually a woman that I know from my work in the financial industry. She actually specializes. You know what? I ain't even going to drop that on y'all because I want to keep you waiting. I want to keep you guessing. But as of today, this video across all our streaming platforms has over 1,500 views across all our streaming platforms. Keep in mind, we just started this show in January. And we've changed the name like 3 times. We added Kenya in the middle of season 1. We've been in some major transition. We just got this radio contract deal. We're super excited about it. But over 1,500 views compared to, I think the next closest one is like 600 or 700 views. So this is a really big deal. Obviously, she added double the amount of value, which is why we got double the amount of interaction and feedback. So before we even bring her up, y'all know I got to show this video. Y'all know I got to show this clip. And this one a little bit, so it's about a 2-minute clip, but I want you to tap in because there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of free game. So y'all ready for this?
Ready.
Get it.
Come on.
Amen. Amen. So let me get this thing going. And ta-da.
I always like to start with, if you're a parent and you have children, I'll start there. If you're not a parent, then I'll talk about that after. But if you're a parent and you have a child and you have good credit, you actually can add that child's social security number onto a positive credit card, okay? Making them an authorized user. So you could do this at any age, 4 years old, 6 years old, whatever the age is, as long as you got good credit. By the time they're 18, they have established that history. They've also established that positive score, okay? Because history actually is counted in your score calculations. So, if you're a parent, add on your children at a young age, as long as you have good credit, on-time payment, and then all of that credit will be on their credit when they turn 18. So they're already going to have excellent credit.
So in your situation, so say if you had your kids on your credit and then life happens and it went down to a 492, does that affect them as well?
Yep, absolutely. If they're added to any of those trade lines, absolutely. So that's why I always say, for us, we want to make sure we instill the knowledge and the education before they were to do this, right? And for someone that doesn't have any kids, right? What I would suggest is that if there's someone that turned 18 and they're like, how do I build my credit? Because, you know, a lot of people will not approve people even with no credit. So no credit could just be calculated as bad credit. So there's an app called Self, SELF.
Y'all better be writing this down.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so there's an app called Self. And what's cool about this app is that you can actually choose how much money you want to save into this app. Okay, so basically it's a bank account. And so I personally have one myself. So I'm putting $30 every single month into this app called Self, and they charge me $7 a month. So that $30 that goes into this little bank account, right? That $30 every single month is adding a positive trade line onto my credit called an installment loan. And they're taking their fee, which is the $7. That remainder, that $23 every single month is rolling from month to month to month. So in 12 months, they're actually going to give me back a Visa card. And that Visa card is actually going to be that money that I saved and not only built a whole year history of a free trade line or of a trade line. So it's a savings vehicle. You now just got a positive history on your account. And of course, they're going to charge for whatever they're charging for, but it's a positive trade line.
Absolutely.
And it's affordable.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
So, in case
Yes.
y'all didn't get it the first time, Self app trade line.
I got
don't know
it.
whatever that means.
I got it.
Come on, Miss
I got
Monica
it.
Lee.
Thank you, Monica.
We
I
have
got
our
it.
esteemed guest, Miss Monica Lee, who is back with us. Monica, can you hear us?
Hey.
Speak to the people.
What's up? I'm so excited to be back. Thank you guys so much for inviting me back. And congratulations. Like, this is big, you guys. Like, this is such a big deal. Congratulations to you guys for honestly, like, you know, making our world a better place by adding so much value. And you guys are amazing. So I just want to give it back to you guys.
We're just a reflection of you, Miss Monica.
Hey, man, it has been received. We appreciate the blessing. Of course, we had to save the best for last in case you're just tuning in with us. She has over 1,500 views alone across all our streaming platforms. That's more than double her next closest competitor. That just goes to show the amount of value that she added talking about credit restoration. So that being said, Monica, I got a few questions for you before we get you out of here and on your way. So my first question, we didn't talk too much about this on the first episode, you know, back during season 1. Of course, this is the season 1 finale, but being a woman of color in the financial industry, right? Even though you're in a very particular segment of credit restoration, being a woman of color, just being a woman in the financial industry, has that had any impact on your experience? And if so, how so?
You know, surprisingly, well, for me personally, I was raised by a single mom, and, you know, she was an entrepreneur. She, you know, was a real estate agent. So my mom was very aggressive, and she worked with a lot of men. Not only did she work with a lot of men in the real estate field, but she came from the Coast Guard background. So she was very militant. She was very, very, you know, strict. So I say that to say that being in the financial industry, there is a lot of women, you know, coming into this field. And it's pretty cool because a lot of women that are coming into this field, you know, it could be a little intimidating sometimes when you're around a lot of, like, you know, business suits and all this good stuff or whatnot. But the cool thing is being a woman and, you know, a Latina woman at that, it's like, it's pretty awesome to, you know, have a little bit of brown skin up in here too, you know, so, so it's beautiful and it's exciting. And I feel super blessed to be here and confident as well.
Amen. Amen. And we're very, very grateful for you because of, I'm sure everybody here has heard of the concept of windows and mirrors, right? Like you gotta be able to see yourself in that role, in a sense, to kind of put yourself in that position. So I know a lot of Latina women, of course, women who may not identify as white, can at least relate to you and your experience and really appreciate the work that you're doing. So thank you for that, Monica. And that leads me to my next question, right? Sure. So thus far, how long have you been involved in the financial industry?
So I've been involved in the financial industry for about 4 years now.
About 4 years, outstanding. So you got a little bit of seasoning behind you. I mean, you're still in the pot cooking up. It's all good, right? But right. About 4 years, right? So up to this point, what has been your best and most challenging experience your last 4 years in the industry?
So I think the best part of it all, I'll start with the good. I think the best part of it all is that financial literacy has not been taught to us. So I'm from Oakland, California. And for me, you know, once again, we weren't taught this stuff in elementary, junior high, high school, nevertheless, right? So the exciting part is so many people are itching for this knowledge now. You know what I'm saying? And it's powerful because it's like, look, there's resources out there. There's shows like this that are out there that are bringing information to the people. And so it's beautiful because there's no excuse now. Like there is no excuse whatsoever. If you have
Making
some
an
type
even playing ground.
exactly, there's no excuse. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So so that's the, you know, that's the good part of it. The downside of it, I think too, is that there's a lot of things changing, and a lot of people want to know everything before they try to start changing. And for me, I'm like, take the steps with the movement, right? Let the wind blow you, you know, in that direction. And so I say that to say a lot of people get stagnant because they feel like they need to learn about everything, but just focus on one thing, specialize in one thing, and then start growing and expanding from there.
Wow. Yeah, and that reminds me, my mentor talks a lot about analysis paralysis. And I'm sure, you know, some of y'all have heard that before as well, but just wanted to know everything before you move, not understanding that as you move. Like, imagine if you were a baby and people were talking to you about taxes and paying rent. Like, how annoying would that be? Right? So we got to take those growth steps, right? So I love that perspective, Monica. And as a matter of fact, we only have a few minutes with you. I'm sad to say, got to bring you back during season 2. But there's actually a question from our audience. And do you mind answering a quick question for the people?
Sure. Hello, I'm transferring all my debt to one credit card and the other cards will have a zero balance. Credit score now. All credit cards. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm going to read it out loud because we have people who are going to be listening to this in the rebroadcast. So Mrs. Cayenne Wafer said, hello, everyone. I am transferring all my debt to one credit card and the other cards will have zero balance. Is that going to raise my credit score now that all the credit cards have zero balance except one?
That's a good question. It's a good question.
That's an excellent question. Monica, talk to us.
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So to answer your question, I'll start by saying this. The secret sauce number of percentage of utilization is under 30%. But the secret trick is you want to have every single card under 10%. What we have seen and what I've seen being in this industry is that a lot of people end up paying off all their credit cards and they don't use them anymore. And then the credit card grantor actually closes their account, which will affect their score in the negative. So what I would suggest for you to do, and this is just my personal suggestion, I would suggest that you look at the total of debt, look at all the credit cards that you have currently open, and try to actually keep everything within that 10% to 20% utilization rate. Because also, depending on that total balance of the debt that you're rolling on that one credit card, if you max out that whole credit card and it's 100% utilization, guess what? That's also going to drop your credit score.
Come on.
Okay.
The knowledge, Miss Monica.
That's good to know because I think people don't understand that. I think that people believe, because I've heard that before, that I think people believe that if they pay everything off, that'll make everything look really good. But instead, what it does is it looks like you're not active at all, or you know what I mean? And then if you're not utilizing it even a little bit, then you're also not paying it. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's why I always tell everyone, like, if you have a credit card, just real quick, go buy a pack of bubble gum, go fill up your gas really fast, continuously pay it off, even if it's just a tiny bit. But it's not 30%. You really, the secret number is under 10%.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Monica. That was one of our most watched episodes. It was also one of our longest. So we don't want to get too much into that. Got to bring you back during season 2. If you want to watch the original episode, look for us, Heal the Hood on YouTube, and it's not hard to find. But Monica, I do have one more question for you before you get out of here. All right. So there's a little bit of a two-parter, but I do want to know, and I'm sure our people want to know as well, why do you do this work and what is the vision, right? Why do you do this work and what is the vision?
Okay, so I do this work because I myself was in a bad place financially. I was in a bad place because of life, right, with my credit. And I seen that credit holds so much power over our lives, where we live, what area codes we live in, also too, like the streams of income, also too, when people apply for government jobs, which can be really good jobs. Unfortunately, if you don't have good credit, it can actually deny you from that position. So one, I want to be able to help people with that, right? Getting better scores to better their life. Now, my vision and what I have going in motion right now is my vision is to help educate people about credit, get your personal credit good, right? Excellent, right? Learn the ins and outs so you know how to keep that credit excellent. And now I'm going to start teaching you how to bring in some residual income, leveraging Turo, Airbnb. Go use your credit, go get some cars, throw those cars out in the road, let that money bring you residual income without you having to even be a driver. Uber drivers, this is for you, right? Instead of you being behind that wheel Uber driving, you throw a couple out there, let that money bring you in income on a residual basis while you're doing whatever you want to do, being a mom, being whatever, running your business. Now the Airbnb movement, on the other hand, too, there's corporate leases out there. So you don't have to even purchase a home anymore. Go get a corporate lease. Let people rent out your corporate lease, right? You're bringing in residual income. So I'm going to teach you how to get excellent credit. We're going to leverage excellent credit to get you a Turo, get you some cars, also go get you some corporate leases under an LLC. That's my vision. I want to be able to help people bring in residual income without stressing financially in this workspace.
Goodness gracious. The nuggets don't stop.
I'm ready to go.
Value don't stop. So, thank you so much, Monica. That was freaking incredible. You win the MVP award for our first season guest. Of course, we're going to have you back on in future episodes, but keep doing the work you're doing. Keep having a positive impact on our community. Any last words for the people, and where can we find you?
All right. So I just want to tell everyone that we all made it through this pandemic. We're still going through it, but there's so many resources out there. There's so many mentorship programs out there. And there's just so many individuals that are now like so open to share the love, the knowledge, and, you know, all these other like nuggets with, you know, the world. So I feel like just be open-minded to every person that comes across you, be open-minded to other streams of income, and just know if you're stagnant, just know that there is a solution out there for you. So that's what I want to end with. And you can find me, guys, on Facebook under Monica Lee. That's Lee. And my Instagram page, my Instagram handle would be Monica Lee Changing Lives, because that's what I'm doing.
All right.
Boom. And of course, we're going to tag on our Instagram at ach.show. Check that out as soon as we end this live broadcast. Look us up on YouTube at Heal the Hood. Find us on Facebook at Heal the Hood. And you can find Monica there as well as our other esteemed guests. So thank you so much, Monica. Before you get out of here, we're going to take a quick picture. We got to catalog and document this historic movement. Kat, if you could get rid of this question really quick. Everybody look alive, look legendary, look like this is the season 1 finale. And I'm going to take this screenshot in 3, 2, 1. There it is. That's the one. That's the one. All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Monica. You have a wonderful rest of your evening.
All right, Monica. Have a great one.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you in season 2.
Wow, y'all.
Oh man,
Wow.
We had an epic first season. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
We had some guests come on.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
what I love about this is it's so new. Like you said, y'all just started and I've just tagged on recently. And I just feel like with what's coming up soon, we have so much more coming.
Oh,
like
we got so much more.
It's so exciting. Who is going to, which one of you two, because I'm not going to do it because I'm going to be like, which one of you two is going to tell the people what is coming up next?
I think Kwesi has to tell it. I get fired up. I'm
yes.
You come collecting business.
I have to tell
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
I have to tell it.
Yeah,
So,
you at the business table right now.
I believe we're all on the same page, but as of next week, we will be officially transitioning to the radio station. So KGPC 96.9, and you'll be able to listen to us literally on the radio. So I know you're listening to us on YouTube, listening to us on Facebook, listening to us on StreamYard, Spotify, Apple Music, all of these different places. But you can literally listen to us during your morning commute. We will get back to y'all with a specific time and the specific day, but the station is KGPC 96.9. You can also find us online, kgpc96.9.com.
And we're going to this is going to be the cool part because we're going to still be streaming. So all our viewers, all our fans, everybody that's been tuned in since day one, our day oneers are going to still be able to hop into our live episodes while we're recording at the radio station as well. So you can still join the conversation every single week. I believe we're going to be recording on Thursday, so the time is going to change, but you're not going to miss a thing, y'all. We're not going to leave y'all hanging. Y'all showed us too much love.
That's right. And we have so
Too
many
much
cool
love.
guests coming. We've had lots of meetings. We have a lot of things that are really exciting coming for season 2.
Oh, yeah. We're going to start season 2
happy.
Fired up.
It's going to be on fire. And I am really happy. We've got so much coming up, you guys. I'm just really excited. I can't wait.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. So we have officially reached our hour mark. We are officially closing out season 1 of the Cat and Kwesi, the Cat and Kwesi of Kenya, the Anything Can Happen show. It's officially coming to a close, but find us next week. We're only expanding our reach, only expanding our audience, and we're bringing that same value times 10 to every listener that's tapped in right now. So,
and you posted on Instagram at ach.show. So if you don't know, now you know. Go to ach.show and we will tell you everything you need to know about where to find us, how to find us, and what is happening.
Continue to follow the movement, y'all. We just going into the community, educating, motivating, and inspiring one person at a time, y'all.
On the radio.
On the radio. So, as we come to a close, Kenya, where can they find you personally?
They can find me at Ruby Envy on Instagram, at Ruby Envy on Facebook, at Ruby Envy on Twitter, Kenya Asa MS on LinkedIn, and come see me.
Come on.
Amen.
Where can they find you, Brother Kwesi? We want to find you. You the money man. Where's the money man at?
Yeah. So I work in finance. I help a lot of business owners. I help a lot of families that may not know where to start when it comes to saving better for their future. I can also help with retirement, college planning, whatever you need, health insurance, right? Anything and everything involving money, I can help you out because I am the co-founder of Alignment Agency, where wealth and wellness unite. So you can find me at Kwesi.dreams on Instagram, at Alignment Agency, that's Alignment AGNCY, as well as Kwesi Dreams on Facebook. And Kat, where can they find you, brother?
If they're looking for Cat Fitness,
meow.
I have to make it sound epic, y'all. Cat Fitness. No, y'all gonna find me on IG at Cat Fitness 3, Facebook Cat Fitness, and my website is catfitnesswellnesscenter.com, y'all. If you're interested in understanding how to lose weight, build muscle, and avoid these likely diseases that we have in our community, like high blood pressure, obesity, heart disease, cancer, all these diabetes, all these things that our families are suffering from, come reach out to me, because that's what I do in the community. I educate our community how to make lifestyle changes for the better, y'all, so you can continue not to suffer from these issues. If you currently have these issues, how to reverse these issues. You can reverse it. Yes, you can reverse it, y'all. So make sure you tap in with us, y'all. All right. Is this officially the end, y'all?
This is it. The end? This is the end of season 1. This is the end of season 1.
Goodbye, season 1. Goodbye,
season 1. All
right, y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all with all our hearts, y'all. And make sure, like I said, it's no longer going to be Tuesdays at 5 p.m., but we are going to update y'all with the time. Thank you for all your support once again, and we will see you next week. All right?
See you next
week.
Peace.
Cheers.